PT deserved to be canceled. So did Star Wars 1313, and quite frankly, so do a lot of the games we're currently hyping over for E3 2019. No one should be sad that StarCraft FPS was canceled to make room for Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2. Instead, we should be sad that Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 are coming out at all. In fact, an Overwatch 2 would just mean that Activision is pulling a Call of Duty and ruining the competitive scene for their own game. So maybe Overwatch 2 should be canceled as well. Canceling a game is a good thing. It means that the game wasn't going to be good. It wasn't worth paying for, or at least not enough money that the developer or publisher felt they could make a profit, or enough of a profit, as it may be. Perhaps that game you're super hyped for would only make 10% profit, whereas sequel number 5 will make 500% profit. I know that you, as a savvy business person with many pokers in the fire, you know that this is an easy choice. It's the over-emotional people, the ones who leave angry comments and post this video on Reddit with mean titles. Those people don't get it, but you get it. It's profit over passion. But beyond that, canceling a game doesn't even have to be about profit. How many games have been canceled that were barely even started? How many games were canceled that hadn't even reached a point that they could be considered games? I would bet most of them. It's pretty rare for a finished game to be canceled. It's a lot more common for the lead developer to be kind of trash at making games, and so the developer pulls the funding because, well, the game isn't being made. If a game is finished and it's canceled, well, it's probably trash. Imagine having years of labor and millions of dollars spent and throwing it in the trash. The only way you would do that is if the entire game was so bad that it wasn't worth ruining your own name to make $1 off of it. But more likely, it's that the lead developer is just not that good at actually producing games. PT was canceled because Kojima wanted to waste millions of dollars doing things his way, taking years more to accomplish it, all while bad-mouthing Konami, just because Konami wanted him to use the Fox engine for Metal Gear Solid on more than a single game. This, if anything, sounds pretty reasonable, but no. You've got difficult to work with auteurs taking control of their game to the point that it is not unreasonable to not want to pay for it. Canceled games are good. It is good to cancel games because they're probably going to be bad. PT is a great example of a single slice of a game that was pretty good because it was never finished. People would certainly be disappointed by whatever Silent Hill game would have come out of it. Star Wars 1313 is a game that deserved to be canceled, and while we're at it, the unnamed Amy Hennig Star Wars game deserved to be canceled too. When was the last time a good Star Wars game came out? Something that was truly worthy of the name, something that was actually Star Wars. Well, I can't think of one recently outside of maybe KOTOR 2, and that was a long time ago. Star Wars games are usually bad, and so it's not unreasonable to assume these games would have been bad. Notwithstanding the incredibly pervasive rumors inside the gaming industry that Amy Hennig is terrible at actually producing video games, one of those we have to keep bringing someone else in to hit the milestones, kind of bad at producing the games. It's not surprising that if you've got a history of making pretty terrible games off of a license, and now you've got a lead designer who's famous for not hitting milestones, well, why would you harm the brand? Why would you release a bad Star Wars game? No, just cancel it. The problem is they release some nice hype videos for these games, some completely inauthentic CGI videos with no relation whatsoever to any game. They release them into the wild and suddenly people expected to play that game. And now it's gone. They'll never get to experience what could have been. But you never would have played that game anyways. Remember the trailers for Watch Dogs and Dead Island? How How about Aliens Colonial Marines? If you're a longtime gamer, maybe you remember the feeling of betrayal when you found out Raiden was the main character of MGS2 instead of Snake. Never mind, they use Snake in every single ad. Even put Snake in missions that weren't even in the game. But let's assume that game is canceled and suddenly, oh man, we just lost out on the greatest adventure of Snake's career. No, sometimes these games need to be canceled and we shouldn't be sad about it. In fact, we should celebrate that StarCraft FPS was canceled. It was probably going to be bad. And considering the way that Blizzard works, we'll probably see StarCraft FPS with some different skins on it thrown into Overwatch 2 as a new mode. And it'll probably be not so great. And you'll go, man, this mode kind of sucks. It was fun for a bit, but now it's whatever. Because it was canceled for a reason. What game do you wish was canceled? I wish they'd canceled Thief 4. It's a terrible game no one should play, and no one did play. And if they'd canceled, I could stay happy in the idea that a Thief remake might be a good idea. Tell me in the comments. I'd sure love to hear about the games you hate. Otherwise, consider sharing this video with all those people who think I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong and I'm happy to tell them why. If you want to watch another video, you can do that in the corner right now, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.
Remember, right? Exactly 10 months back.